Good morning, everybody. It is the last day of this year's IFSA Global EXPO. My name is Adam Robertson. I am IFSA's marketing director, and I'm sitting next to Jon Harwood of dnata, our newest president. Jon, thanks for the time and congratulations.
Morning, thank you. Looking forward to the conversation.
So before we begin, I do want to thank our Thought Leadership video series sponsor, Optimum Solutions, for sponsoring this series. If you're interested in learning more about them, check out the link in the post of this video. Jon, let's go ahead and get started. So as you are officially coming into your role as the president of IFSA, looking at the industry as a whole, what sort of priorities do we see happening within the industry? What are trends that we're seeing coming up? What should we really be focusing on now and in the next couple of months and years?
I think they're probably twofold. First, I think we've got to make sure we look after the hundreds of millions of passengers that we serve day to day, and the hundreds of thousands of employees who work in the industry. So how do you deliver great product and service consistently to that big group of individuals? And then the second challenge is, how do you make every single one of those journeys matter? And whether that's customer service or personalization or the right product in the right place. I think that's the great thing about this industry around how we deal with stuff at scale, but then how do you make it important for whether it's the airline brand or the customer or that individual journey. So that's always the interesting dichotomy that we face every day.
It's really important. Yesterday, I was talking to a lot of our attendees, and one in particular was saying that who is our end customer? I was talking to the suppliers at the airline, or is it the person buying the airline ticket? Yeah. We talk about the evolving expectations of passengers and the demand for better service, different service, unique service. So what is our industry doing to adapt, to adjust and meet these evolving needs of the passengers?
I think it's exactly that challenge around how do you tailor to the individual at scale, but making sure that you are consistent in that. So I think especially in this digital age, people are getting very focused on what matters to them. So I think we need to take in consideration as to how we're using things like trends and data and all that other stuff, but how you're making that meaningful on a day-to-day. So I think it's listening to our airline customers, and then how are they listening to their customers? And then again, how do we translate that to the right products and services?
That's important. And we're having those conversations, of course, this week at Global EXPO, and really important conversations that we're having. Now, not just talking about the industry, but talking about IFSA. As you, of course, are president, I want to hear from you. What is IFSA doing to really help drive forward innovation and lead this industry?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's the one industry board that brings together the airlines, the catering suppliers, the end suppliers, and the products and services. So I think similar to what we're trying to do is bring people together, whether that's holidays, business, or having those conversations. I think first and foremost is getting people together and having those conversations and showing the art of the possible. So whether that's a new food trend, or that's a new service, or something that enables that, whether it's technology or a new system. So I think it's first and foremost getting people together, having the conversations, and then how do we work together to achieve whatever the common goals might be.
The art of the possible. I love that. I love that phrase. We're here this week, all gathering under one roof. Those three main categories of those who make up our space, right? Our suppliers, our caterers, our airlines. Obviously, a huge highlight of being here at Expo is you get to have those conversations with all these different representatives from sectors of our industry, if you will. Ultimately, why should people and their companies be at Global EXPO?
I think, like I said, first and foremost, it's one of the very few, if not the only, events where we all do get together. So I think it's the opportunity to get away from the emails, the day job, the Teams calls, to go take a step back and actually, where do we want to be in 1 month, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, and seeing what we can do. So I think that's definitely the opportunity, and I think it's quite an exciting time for the industry, and I've been coming for quite a few years, that we're in a good place. So the challenge now is, hopefully there's new aircraft coming, there's new services coming. How do we serve more people, more places? That's really an exciting place to be. And I think just having a look around, it's the busiest I've seen it for quite a few years. The booths are better, the conversations are better, and there's lots more to see.
My feeling exactly as we go on the show floor, I had walked through, and those of us who are watching the video probably seen the walkthrough of the show floor. It looks incredible beyond just the floor itself and the suppliers that are there and these conversations that are happening. We had a very well attended round of thought leadership sessions where we talk about the educational side of our industry, and that was incredible as well. Jon, thank you so much for the time, and congratulations once again.
No problem, thank you. See you next year.
See you next year.